Hello Hulacorn Hoopers, and welcome to week number 5 of our mobile hoop class. And for those who are not yet Hulacorn Hoopers, welcome if this is your first time joining us. It is a mobile hoop class series aimed at those who can't really get to class or don't really know what to search for on YouTube maybe, or just anyone who wants to follow along. We started at the very beginning, so beginner hooping or newbie hooping, and we have covered so far moving with your hoop, both HDPE and Poly Pro. So if you are a Poly Pro hooper, then we did some on-body basics and basically getting the hoop from on-body to off the body. Last week's tutorial we covered the front lift and the vortex lift, so I hope that you've had some time to practice that. If not, that's okay too. I probably should have started with these two tutorials or these two tricks that I'm going to do today, because they are a little bit easier, I think. Maybe not. Some might find it easier, some might find it a little bit more difficult. But there are two basic tricks that I'm going to show you today, and the variations thereof. So it can turn into about 5 or 6 different ways of getting the hoop off of your body from the two basic tricks. So let's get going. Okay, so in the on-body basics, we covered a stall, a waist stall. So this is basically using that waist stall to get the hoop off of your body. And you want to get the hoop going quite nicely, and the trick again is to turn with your hoop and you stall it. And then you lift it off. And from that position, you can take it out, a coin flip, which you can turn into a weave, which we will cover in later tutorials. But let's do that again. So you go, you turn with your hoop, you stall it around your waist using your arms. I will slow it down, or I will show you step by step, but I just want to show you how it looks again with a little bit of motion. So from the front it looks like that. So you're grabbing the hoop, you're stopping the hoop between your back and your body with your elbows. Once it reaches there, you flip it over, grab it with your right hand. If you're going to do a coin flip with it, let go and flip it around. But that's not the aim of this tutorial. The aim is just to show you how to get it off your body. You can play around with different tricks once you get there, with what that can actually transition into. I will be covering basic off-body transitions, but not in this tutorial. So one more time while the plane goes by. Get the hoop going, and then so that's what it looks like in a little bit more real time. Okay, so just to cover the slower version one more time. You're going, stall the hoop with your elbows, lift it up. You can put your hands on the inside, it makes it a little bit easier to get it off a bit smoother. Let go with your left hand, right hand out, flip. Or left hand, whichever handed, or whichever hand is your dominant hand. And then a variation of that, which is a much simpler variation from Hobbit actually, is a one-handed lift. So you're going to stall, not with your elbow. You can use your elbow, but you're going to stall with your hand. So it looks like this. And then you lift it off. I don't know if that was visible to you. That. So you can grab it with your elbow. Let me just come a little bit closer. With your elbow on the back, holding the hoop, or you can just grab the hoop. If you are able to catch the hoop, if you've been practicing finding spaces, go catch the hoop. And from here, you can take it off like I showed you, like the first one, which is a lasso. You can also, I'm just trying to think on my feet. So that's what it looks like in a little bit more real time, which then can turn into pretty much anything you want it to. There is also a stop, and that can turn into a whole other set of tricks. Okay, so that is the stall, turn, lift off basically. One more variation of that is doing the name totally slipped out of my mind, so I'll put it in the description of this. And it looks like so. So you're basically stopping the hoop with both hands. And I like to go in the opposite direction and take it up. But you can also do, I think it's a floating portal. One like that. So that's the stall turn, or stall turn lift. Then the next one is a little bit more complicated, but it's actually not. It's using your arm again, or using your elbow. So this whole tutorial is about using your elbows, actually, it turns out, to get the hoop off your body. So what you want to do is hook your arm in. Everything is about hooking your arm in for this trick that I will show you in real time. So that's what the trick looks like if you were to do it at a normal speed. One more time. And it looks a lot more complicated than what it actually is. So I'll break it down for you. So you want to get your elbow all the way on the other side and hook your arm in. It's not just about stopping it at your back. You hook it in, so it looks like that. Then you hook your arm or your hand on the inside, and you literally follow the hoop around your body, or you follow your arm. Your arm can't move anywhere other than the natural motion it's going to make. Might be uncomfortable getting to this spot, not really for me. And then you want to take it over, grab this arm on the inside, wrap it around. Same thing with your hand. You want to get your hand on the inside and let it flow naturally. And then from here, lift up and take it off. And that's it. Let's do that one more time in fast motion, and then we'll break it down again. Elbow, elbow, lasso. Elbow, elbow, lasso. You can think of it that way. One more time. Okay, so the slower version. Hook your arm, grab your hoop, lift it around, let it flow naturally. Lift it around, elbow, hand, and down. Up and off. So there are a couple of variations that you can do with that. One or two that I've been attempting to make up for myself. One of which is, well, that's not my variation, that's just a variation of it. So it's taking the hoop off and putting it straight back onto the other side. So I'll show you that again. Right, so I'll show you that in a bit of a slower motion. You hook your arm again, you lift up. Instead of hooking this hand in, you're going to grab your hoop. So you're going to grab your hoop like that. Same motion with the top. And you're going to let it go, and this hoop or hand is going to give you the momentum to go. Okay, it does look a little bit funny when you do it in slow motion, so I'll do it again. Hook, arm, and that gets your hoop going in the opposite direction. So let me just slow that down for you one more time. And closer. So hook, arm, lift over, hand comes to the front of the hoop, not through the hoop. Put it all around. Once it gets there, let go and give your hook a little bit of momentum. So there is another variation where it's just your one hand, which I have not been able to get quite right just yet. I suffer a little bit with my wrist. It doesn't bend all the way because of surgery that happened many years ago. But it looks something like this. So it's just using your one hand. It just doesn't look very neat just yet. I'll show you that again. Your finger tends to get hooked. So that's the idea of it. You see, everybody drops hoops, even after 3 years of hooping. But there we go. That is another 2 ways of getting the hoop from your body, from on your body to off your body, and a couple of variations thereof. Next week, I'm not too sure yet what we'll be doing. I think I've got a few little odds and ends for tricks of how to get the hoop from on body to off body. So thank you everybody for joining me for this week, and please do share this video with other newbie hoopers or not newbie hoopers who might potentially want to join in. Every hooper counts. The intention with Hulacorn Hoops is to get every single person under the sun, over the sun, behind the sun, around the sun to hoop. And it starts with one person at a time. So thank you again for joining me, and yeah, I hope to see you next week. Thank you.